What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making a brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, I will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any important cryptocurrency news, TA, so on and so forth. Otherwise, as you guys saw in today's vlog, I did purchase a resonator delete for my Audi, and of course, the clamp that holds the resonator to the rest of the exhaust pipe is stripped and rusted shut. So now I have to bring it to an actual muffler mechanic to get that fixed out. So that's so dandy and costs me more money, probably like 80-90 bucks, but otherwise it's whatever. It is what it is, but I just wanted to update you guys on that. Otherwise, I do have some important news that I wanted to discuss with you, so I would suggest watching this video all the way through. We're going to be discussing, as you saw in the title, Litecoin founder Charlie Lee argues he isn't to blame for Litecoin's 90% decline. So that's interesting. And then secondly, hopefully, as you guys know, we've been, Ethereum, ETH, has been laying dormant for quite some time now, and I did say it is the sleeping giant, and I did mean that when I said it. So we're also going to be talking about what triggered Ethereum to rise over 60%, 66% to be exact, within 1 week. So we're going to look at the factors, we're going to look at the trends of that, and then we will look at the technical analysis on Litecoin and the rest of the alts. But otherwise, let's jump into today's video. So if you guys watched yesterday's video, you knew I got a massive package that was displayed in the beginning. As I told you guys to guess what that was, I'm about to show you what exactly it was that I purchased. So check it out. Yes, I know, crazy random, most people don't know what that is. It's a resonator delete pipe for my car. I'm going to take the resonator off to give it a little more sound. Wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in the technical analysis. So we're on the current coin market cap. You guys can see a couple of things. We have a decreased 24-hour volume of only 20.6 bill. We have a Bitcoin dominance. This is also slightly lower than yesterday at 52%, slightly down from where we were yesterday. We have a market cap of 134 billion and 80 million, which is still huge. So that is, I believe, slightly higher than yesterday. But things are kind of consolidating out. I think this is a little bit less in terms of volume than yesterday. Yeah, it might actually be more, but whatever. All I know is market cap is slightly higher. So when we see that, it does show very well, it does reflect on the prices. Actually, I think it's lower. And my main reason for that is we're seeing lower prices. Bitcoin is now below $4,000. XRP is 37, so XRP is up higher. Ethereum is up way, way, way high, up 13% today at 130.27. And then Litecoin is still number 7, but making waves over Tether and Bitcoin SV. A huge injection of volume has come into Litecoin. We're literally about to hit 2 billion market cap. You can see that is $100 million more has entered Litecoin over Tether, and 120 million more than Bitcoin SV. So that's huge, phenomenal increase in the volume and in the market cap. So that's beautiful. You can also see Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin and Tether are not up by practically anything today, but Litecoin is up 7% practically. So that's definitely making a huge wave. That's why, I'm pro Litecoin. Check out the shirt in the description below. Check out my merch store if you wanted to pick one of these up and help support the Litecoin network, the Lightning Network, the Litecoin Foundation. So definitely check those out for the holidays. But otherwise, let's jump into some articles that I wanted to discuss. So I wanted to talk about Litecoin Charlie Lee and why he's arguing the 90% decline. So the creator of Litecoin, Charlie Lee, a crypto created to be the silver of Bitcoin's gold, has recently argued only a handful of cryptos are going to be used as money, and implied he isn't to blame for Litecoin's 90% decline. And he's right, guys, why in the world would Charlie Lee be to blame for a 90% decline, and not just Litecoin, in the entire freaking crypto industry? That's why you can't just single out him to blame. I think that's why a lot of people do it, is because they see that, they're weak, they're nervous, they're vulnerable, so they just pick something to put their hope into. Oh, well, that's why he did it. That's why they're looking for answers, in that, they want a reason for it. So speaking of Bloomberg, Lee noted that he's focusing on increasing Litecoin's use by merchants which we're seeing and we're promoting as part of the Litecoin Foundation. We try to promote it to different retail stores and investors. Although he didn't offer the news outlet specific statistics on how well it's going, he pointed out that he has been advising Taiwanese mobile device maker HTC as Crypto Globe covered. He added that there will still be a lot of scams in the space, which means only the strong are set to survive. There's obviously a lot of scams, and currency is not useful at all, and those values will plummet. You're going to see some coins die, and the strong will survive. Lee has notably been targeting by critics over the past years after he sold Litecoin holdings late last year. Per Bloomberg article, he revealed he sold his coins via several trades at an average of $200 at the time. His sales announced that his sale announcement was made at Litecoin got to 375 near its all-time high currently crypto. So basically, like, he's not wrong for selling, you know, who wouldn't sell at a price like that, but to hold it to him, he openly told you guys where he sold that. Like, that goes beyond trust, you know. If he was to try to screw everyone over, he wouldn't tell you what he sold at. He'd probably play, you know, the weak hand too and say, oh, well, I wish I sold too, you know. If he was that sure to want to be trustworthy and open and honest with everything, he told us exactly what it is, you know. Otherwise, he could have, you know, headed under the table, could have said he never sold it when he did. He could have said he's still holding. You know, there's a lot of things he could have done. So Lee's liquidation, per his words, came to avoid conflict of interest when he spoke publicly about crypto. To some, however, the crypto founder used inside information to get ahead of others and dump the tokens he had. And it's very possible that he did have insider information, and it's very possible he was the one with the insider information because he's been in the market for like 7 years now. Way, way, way more than we have. So that's huge, you know, 7 years under the belt when we've just been in it since December, most of us. So that's the big difference, you know. He was saying people lose money and they want someone to blame. There we go. I just said that. That's what I was trying to refer to. You know, they lost money and they're vulnerable. They want someone to blame it on. And they think for some reason I had insider info, and that's silly. At the time when I sold, everyone thought it would go to 1,000, and that's very true too. When he sold off, people thought it was going to continue to go up. That's why they held on. He declined to reveal how much Litecoin he sold, but he noted he was already wealthy before selling all of his Litecoin. Some of the proceeds of his sale went to institutions like the Litecoin Foundation and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Digital Currency Initiative. So he added, unlike CEOs of public companies, I am not paid to increase the shares of the companies. The coin's decline has seen its use go down as well. As BitInfo charts data shows, merchants, traders, speculators have stopped using the crypto as much as they used to. This presumably happened to Bitcoin's fees started dropping along with its prices, and alternatives like Bitcoin Cash and Monero gained popularity. So to end it, he says Lee created the coin back in 2011, so he's had 8 years under the belt, you know, so I wouldn't even talk about, you know, insider trading. He's been in here for so long. By slightly tweaking Bitcoin's open source code while working on software engineering at Google, he later on served as a director of engineering at Coinbase, and at the time got Litecoin on the exchange while on its payroll. Soon after, he left to focus on the crypto. So that's pretty much wrapping it up with Charlie Lee. So big thing. We want to talk about what triggered Ethereum to rise 66% within the week. So basically, as you guys see, we have a downtrend, we have a bounce. I'm going to talk more about this. I just wanted to use the title. Can the market sustain momentum? Yeah. So what made Ethereum rise 66%? Check this out, guys. Yesterday, I believe Ethereum was only $1.20, if that. And you can see there's a massive rise from here, and I want to touch upon why I'm expecting to see, why I expected this, why I called it, why I've been saying that we were going to shoot up. As you guys can see, we have a resistance here. We found a very strong bottom on Ethereum. A very strong bottom. We were extremely oversold. You know, we found the bottom at 80, and I said we're going to retest the downtrend. If we can break through the downtrend, we're going to explode up with extreme volume. That is exactly what happened, and I've said it in so many videos in the past. And it looks like we're trying to head up to our high-low MMA at 180. Do I think we're going to go there? No, because we're almost going to enter overbought on Ethereum's daily. So I think we're going to probably reverse at around 145. Very possible we could head up to 145 before reversing and coming back down. But we're looking beautiful. We may see another day of consolidation tomorrow, and we could continue to head up all the way up to 180. But the fact that we broke the downtrend is huge news. You can see in the past we were not able to break the downtrend, but we finally did. So I think we're headed up within Ethereum. That's beautiful. You know, huge huge moves. If you bought it at 80 and sold at 130, that's a $50 profit per coin. That's huge, guys. So that's what I wanted to refer back to. We were tracking Ethereum for quite some time, and I was telling you guys this is the sleeping giant and it's going to explode, and that is exactly what it did. So hopefully you guys profited off that. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I sure know I did. I'm taking profits out on that, and I'm very happy that we waited patiently for the right time to buy in and the right time to buy out. There are very obvious calls, low risk calls that we've seen within Ethereum and Bitcoin and all the altcoins that we can track rather than invest blindly into a currency and lose money. So let's move on to Litecoin right now. As you guys can see, Litecoin is looking beautiful too. Obviously, there's some resistance. There's some congestion back here, back at the end of November into the early December. It's only December 23rd right now. So about a month ago, we saw some resistance here, and that's kind of where we're hitting that congestion right now. We're still okay on the relative strength indicator at 58, plenty of potential to move higher. We may move up to around, I think, the bottom right here where this resistance is, so probably around $41 is very possible for a jump of Litecoin, at least to 40 before we touch heads with the high-low MMA and become overbought on its RSI. So I think we're headed for around $40. The main issue that I'm seeing, it's nice that on Litecoin's 4-hour, we are currently above that high-low MMA. That's beautiful. You can see the crossover there. The green band is now ahead of the red band. You can see, though, we are pretty much butting heads with the line of, this overbought line. You can see 1, 2, 3 times we've retested that overbought line. So I do think it's possible that we could, in the short term, pull back down once again. You can kind of see we're doing that now. Coin is currently 32.98. A small pullback downwards, potentially down to 30. I know that's not, fun for anyone, but a small pullback using, there's a slight uptrend as well that I'm noticing here. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. We'll kind of follow back to that. But it's possible we could see a small pullback down to maybe 31.60 within Litecoin, and then we could continue to bounce off that. It'll give us time to, consolidate back down into a more natural neutral territory, as well as giving a chance for the high-low MMA to catch up to the price and start to use more leverage and push that price up at following this kind of nice support level for this uptrend for Litecoin on its 4-hour. So that does look beautiful. Nice to see that we bounced off that. We called that it needed to, move back down into a more neutral territory after testing the overbought line back on December 18th, so a couple of days ago. So the market's looking very nice, guys. We're seeing a lot of green in the market, and I know that's making a lot of you guys excited. But don't get too cocky with it. We still got a ways to go. Otherwise, you guys can see we also found a very strong downtrend on, or a very strong support on Bitcoin. You saw that we found it at $30,000, around 3,000. 3,000 is actually right here. So I think a little bit higher, probably more or less around $3,140 in that region. You can see we're currently facing some more resistance, a lot of congestion here. That's the big issue with Bitcoin, is that there is a lot of congestion, but we were expecting to see a bounce. And I think, given the price, we're probably still overbought right now on the 4-hour, or we were testing overbought. But on Bitcoin's daily, we still have potential to move higher. We're only at around 51 on its RSI. So I think if we retrace the downtrend, we'll see a crossover and we'll see the price move, let's see, to potentially like $4,600. In that region. I do think $4,600 is very reasonable in the short term, and I can see that happening right in mid to the end of January 19th, a price of around $4,600 for Bitcoin. Lastly, XRP, once again, retesting its high-low MMA. You can see it does look okay on its daily, only at around 57, 56. But otherwise, this is acting as a huge resistance. So until we can break through that that green high-low MMA, we're going to be semi-bearish. It is acting as a huge resistance. So if we can build up enough momentum, we could potentially break through that. But we're definitely going to head to a price of 40 cents soon. So be aware. We're definitely going to be heading up there soon. Otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. Check out the Crypto TV merch. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.